Hey, thanks for having me. Yeah, so I'm Adam Myers. I am the head of business development for Plyr Gaming Blockchain. Been on the team for about 8 months now, and the project's actually been around since 2021. We are a layer one on Avalanche. We are designed to make blockchain gaming easier and rewarding for the players and the developers. So put simply, we are a infrastructure play. We figured out all of the confusing parts of connecting non-crypto games to crypto. And that way developers can easily plug and play into our system. That allows the game developers to really focus on making a great game. And it's a little bit of a chicken and the egg theory. You create a great backbone infrastructure and hope you get game developers, or do you start making games? So the way we looked at it is, hey, let's make some games on our infrastructure to show that it works. That's what we've done. We have so far developed 6 games on our network, and 2 of them were actually made by independent game developers, which is our target customer, those indie game devs. We do have a 7th game in progress currently. One of the games, we released it as a soft launch about a month ago. It's called Zuno. It's basically Uno, but we've added like a little spin to it, a little elemental spin. Turn-based card game, nothing too crazy. We launched that one first because it would be able to test our network, and it's been handling it really good. So yeah, the Zuno launched and it allowed us to really test our network and kind of improve some things. And we've had about 5,000 wallets created. And just a little bit of stats about what has played so far. We've had about 1,200 games of Zuno played. We had about 230 players and about 154 hours of gameplay. We've been doing some game nights over this past month, and we're going to continue doing them throughout the rest of the year. Along with that, we are going to be releasing the rest of the games that we've already developed over the next Q1 era timeframe. Addition to that, we've got about 10,000 zoo genes. There are cute animal NFTs, and the unique thing with these is they're actually playable in game. They can either be a skin or they can actually be additional attributes in game. So we wanted to create those initially for us, for our games, but what we've decided is to allow game developers that build on us to actually use those as assets in their game to really save the time so they don't have to go through and develop characters and all of that for their game. Something about the zoo genes is they are tradable. They have about $420,000 in trading volume, and we will be spinning up a new marketplace for those NFTs here pretty soon as well. Our token is a Plyr coin, and that actually processes the transactions on our network that's currently tradable on MEXC. We have another in-game rewards token called Gamer, and that one will be tradable here pretty soon as well. There's VCs in the space. VCs are great. It gives you that capital, but they hold a good amount of tokens. And what we've decided is we started out in 2021. We didn't have any VCs and we still don't have any. So we've been running strong, running very lean, but it's enabled us to really focus on the community and focusing on the long-term aspects of the player ecosystem. So when the challenge that we are trying to solve is creating a video game is difficult. Like just that by itself is already a challenge. And then you add on the layer of crypto, adding that onto a game, and that makes it even more difficult. And I get to speak with game developers every week because that's our true customer. So I get to speak with them, and honestly, the vast majority of them could care less about crypto. It's not something that is really taught in school curriculum. It's not something that they hear about growing up playing games. Like you don't hear about crypto and gaming because it just doesn't exist right now. But the interesting thing with that is right now, somebody was talking about earlier how the market's doing really well. A lot of that is due to the traditional Bitcoin cycle, but also we are having some significant institutional investors coming into the crypto space. And what that does is it legitimizes crypto. And so not only is it going to legitimize the entire industry, but it's going to legitimize every sub industry within crypto as a whole. And that's going to extend to crypto gaming as well. Eventually, crypto gaming will become more of a standard because of the technological benefits it gives the game developers. And so we really think that we're in a perfect position for that. So what are we doing that sets us apart? For one, we're built on Avalanche, super fast. Our subnet is super cheap to send transactions, lightning fast, and it enables us to use our underlying tech, which is multi-chain. So we have a multi-chain aspect where you can have different EVM networks compatible with our games. So you could be playing your game on our Plyr ecosystem, and you could be playing on, say, one EVM chain, and then your friend could be playing on another EVM chain, and you're playing the same game, and the transactions are happening on the back end of things. So it really makes it a lot more accessible to a lot of different gamers. Something that we're really proud of is our Plyr ID. So our Plyr ID is actually like our login system. And we have this tech with our Plyr ID where it's called Mirror Wallet. And it adds an extra layer of security for your assets. So you could actually have your NFTs on one wallet, and then you can have either your actual tokens that you're playing in the game on another wallet. And what is the gamer will just be the display of all of your assets and all of your NFTs in one place, even though on the back end of things, they're actually in different wallets. So that's something that's pretty exciting that we've been able to accomplish. And with that, because we're multi-chain compatible, you could take another EVM chain and say there's a skin or a Zoo Racers cart that you want to buy in one of our games, and you don't necessarily have enough of the token required to buy that asset. What you can do is you can actually, instead of going to an exchange and buying a token and then swapping it and trading it and then bridging it and doing all of that just to get it into the Plyr network, you can actually do that all on the back end of our assets. You can transfer from one network straight into your Plyr ID, and then you're able to purchase those assets that you want. So we've really just looked at how do we streamline everything that's possible for the gamers and also the game developers to implement for us. We have this thing called Instant Play Pass. It's a guest account where you can sign on, 2 clicks. You don't have to connect a wallet. It's seamless. You can play. We track your guest account. So if you wanted to bridge that to your main account, that's possible as well. But yeah, that's running out of my time. I appreciate you having me here, and thanks for this.